Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Divya. I am from Andhra Pradesh. Currently, I am studying at KPHP. I have completed my graduation with the stream of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and also I did my post graduation with the specialization of power system. And then after that, I worked in a government sector for 3 years. But I have a passion to work on software. That's the reason I have taken coaching in DevOps.
So Divya, so far how many projects you have completed?
3 projects.
So could you explain what are the issues you have faced in what are your third project and how you implemented this third project and
Nearly I did 30 more than 30 bills in that project. I had to apply in that project the small logics, but initially I didn't how to apply. After that, many times I failed to build that application. I found that logics instead of using environment variables, I use it.
okay.
Bill number.
Bill number.
I use it, then I succeeded.
Okay, fine. So what is Docker architecture?
Docker architecture is mainly Docker client CLI and Docker daemon and Docker registries. Docker CLI means you are in that humans are pass the commands at that the Docker daemon receive that commands and converts the human understandable language to machine understandable language.
Okay.
In Docker registry, you store the repositories packages.
Okay, fine. Could you please write a sample Docker file?
Okay.
So that anything, but use at least 5 to 6 instructions and write a Docker file.
Docker files.
And write a command to build the Docker file.
Okay, sir.
Enter. Fine. So next part. Are you familiar with the Docker volumes and then Docker networking?
Yes, sir.
So how many types of volumes we have and what are the functionalities?
Three types of
So
volumes.
okay, fine.
Anonymous volume, named volume, and bind volumes.
Okay. Network?
Network, host network, bridge network, null network.
So difference between those three?
So in the host networks, the IP we are using IP address for the ping purpose. Next. Bridge network. Here two types of bridge networks are default bridge network and custom bridge networks. Next, host network. Here no IP, so you have to connect the container means at that time using the host IP and the container ports. And null network means if the requirement is I don't want to connect with any sources networks, at that time using null networks.
Fine. Okay. Are you familiar with the cloud part?
Yes, okay. Basic.
Okay.
Till the last.
Okay. So, what is the difference between the EBS and EF?
EBS means it's a block storage. EF means file storage. In both the both the volumes, we have to mount with the EC2 instance.
Okay.
But EBS, we have to connect only one instance.
Can this EBS can connect with the so EBS is in one region?
Yes.
EC2 instance in one availability zone. So EBS in one availability zone, ECS is in one availability zone. Can we connect?
No, sir. EBS not possible.
Not possible. Fine. So what is VPC and what are the components we have in VPC?
Okay, sir. VPC is the virtual private cloud. So it's a private network. In that, so many components we are using: subnets, internet gateway, and route tables, NAT gateways.
Okay. What? How many types of subnets we have?
Two types, public and private subnets.
So difference between public and private?
Public means you have the internet access that called public subnet. You don't have that subnet is called as private subnet.
Okay. How to create a public subnet? How to create a private subnet?
First of all, create the VPC. In that you created the subnets, private and public. For that. If public means you integrate the internet gateway, and also this internet gateway associated with the VPC, and also this one is this one is integrated in the route table also. Exactly. So this is called as public subnet. So in this case, we have access to the internet. Here, private network means here no internet gateway. So only route tables. In that association, we add this public subnet.
Then it will become private subnet.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So
If you want to talk with the private network, also possible, sir. By using NAT gateway, this one also possible, sir. At that time, we are using another EC2 instance, public EC2 instance. Through that, you can communicate with the network, sir.
network. Okay, fine. So what is AMI?
It's the copy of the EC2 instance.
Instance. Okay, fine. What are the types of storage classes we have in S3?
S3 is
S3 storage classes.
storage classes, 6 classes.
So what are those?
First thing is standards, standard IA, then one zone IA, glacier, deep glacier archives. Standard means frequently used files we are storing in standards.
Okay.
In regular user file store in standard IAs.
Okay.
One zone means single availability, only one zone
One
is
zone,
available.
okay.
Sir. Glacier means historical data, long archive files are stored. Sir.
Okay.
In glacier, it will take less time. Sir. Glacier deep archive, it will take long time to
Cross region replication.
different reasons you store the S3 buckets.
Data.
The at that time versioning enable. You have to enable versioning, sir. Then only it will possible to store another.
What is ACL?
Sir?
ACL.
ACL means access control list, sir. By using the ACL, you give permissions to the access the S3 buckets.
For anyone in the
in the globe.
global. Okay, fine.